and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're doing something different. Today you're going to catch me live coaching, and it's a really good experience for you to see the coaching, maybe get something out of it, and see what actually happens in coaching. So let's get into it. Do you have anything that you want to talk about? I know I said money mindset, but do you have something else that you want to talk about?
No, so I'll give you kind of a background for me so that you know where I come
Mm-hmm.
from. So I have parents that have separated when I was 2 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm in amazing terms with my dad also. Like I live with my mom, and so coming from a perspective where from both the parents, like from when I think of my dad and my mindset, I feel like men always leave, and
Mm-hmm.
things like marriages are a very dicey situation, and relationships are,
Mm-hmm.
after many years also there's cheating involved and stuff.
Yeah.
And from mom's side, when we have been growing up, of course she was a single parent, and she had a very few people supporting her emotionally. So she was working 2 to 3 jobs, and then still we were kind of on edge with money, like just cut to cut, and paycheck to paycheck kind of a situation. So I remember her always, the day she's getting a paycheck, the previous night she will do the calculation where all the money is going.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to money, I feel I my mindset, I can manifest and I can earn money the amount that I decide. But for me, it's always that it goes away,
Yeah.
because I have seen my mom calculating where it is going even before it comes.
Mm.
This is what I have realized about myself.
Mm.
So
I think
yeah,
that's first of all,
so
that's a
these
great
are,
realization, right? To first of all, like look into
yeah,
your life, see like, oh, mom used to do this. Maybe that's where I
yeah,
picked it up from.
yeah,
Which in itself is pretty big because now you're understanding that, oh, it's not my belief. I think it's
yes,
somebody else's that I'm picking. You're already one step ahead with that,
yeah.
which is beautiful. So we'll get into the session. So if I were to ask you, once we're done with this coaching session, right, if you had to get something out of it, which you felt like, yeah, that was a big breakthrough, what would that be?
I would want to see money as something that is attainable no matter how much it is in my head, So
Mm-hmm.
up until now, the kind of life we've been living. So my mom gave me everything. It's not that, we've not been like whatever trips, wherever I wanted to go, iPhones, whatever. I've
Yeah.
gotten it all. But
Mm-hmm.
it's always been like, I have the fear of asking her. So
Mm-hmm.
growing up, because if I say it, she's going to do anything and get that to me. But
Mm-hmm.
then that whole fear of, no, I'm going to put a burden on her, I'm going to put that pressure on her. Now it is getting translated to myself that, oh, I shouldn't buy this for myself and I shouldn't do this. So yeah, if I'm going to spend 20,000 on this trip, then what if I need it later? So yeah, I don't want to live that way, because the kind of life I want ahead is like, it's not matching my mindset right now. And of course, me being in this field and knowing how everything works, I feel like this is something I need to like put in work for. And it's gotten better, of course. In the past 2-3 years it has become a lot better,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it needs to get a little more out there to
Okay.
sort of, for me to do things for myself without worrying about what if I don't have it tomorrow, kind of thing. Like, why won't I have it? And why can't I do this for myself?
Yeah. So what I'm hearing you say is you want to have that shift in your mindset from
Yes.
like holding back and spending your money to
Yes.
being
Yeah.
okay with it. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Let's do that. So when you were sharing all of this, you shared something about I want to live the type of life I want to live. This mindset does not support it. What is the type of life you want to live?
So so I'm from Bombay. So I
Mm-hmm.
really want to live on this shore, like from where I
Yeah.
see the sea. And of course, Bombay houses, even where like not with a view, is a lot to
Yeah.
buy. So the sea view is something very beyond the kind of mindset I have right now. So, but
Mm-hmm.
I know for a fact that that is something I want to live.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just one example. Like the cars I want, the
Okay.
kind of clothes I want, is just
Mm-hmm.
yeah, basically not holding back, taking. It's not limited to um, domestic travel. For example, I would want to go international travel 2-3 times a year if
Mm-hmm.
I can. So, and I also have my own business where I design stuff. So I'm a graphic designer
Okay.
and I curate things. So I make patterns, digitally illustrate patterns, and we have products. So for
Mm-hmm.
example, this notebook is my brand.
Okay. Oh, that's cute. Creative
Yeah.
juice.
So this is what I have started. So I want to see myself running a business with a number of employees where, if I don't go in office for 2 months, it's still running. So
Yes.
that lavish kind of lifestyle, and also because I want to give that to my mom,
Mm-hmm.
since she's seen so much and done so much and still
Yeah.
not done for herself. So yeah, like I see that life where I don't have to think about taking a few trips if I want to, kind of a thing.
Yeah. It sounds very abundant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. But so when you were sharing this, right, I sensed a little bit about, you did speak about a sea view house. You also spoke about international travels. And then when you were sharing about these cars and clothes, there was a voice that was holding you back from
Hmm.
going in and explaining to me,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
Now,
because I feel like people, especially who know me talking about this and then them knowing what my actual situation right now is. I mean, it's
mhm,
completely fine. Like I'm doing really well, but still there's a gap from this lifestyle to that lifestyle. So I hesitate to even share because
yeah.
I don't know whether it's going to sound very like delusional.
Hmm.
So yeah, I hold back.
Yeah. And I think that's a good part to look into, right? You use the word delusional.
Hmm.
You also keep coming back to, when you are explaining about your dream, you also keep coming back and telling me, but my life right now is very great, right?
Hmm.
But my life is really good, but this is my dream. So
Yeah.
that's telling me something, and let me know if this resonates or not.
Yeah.
That's telling me that you are okay with your life right now. You are good, and there's a voice in you which tells you that if you are wanting more, then you're not grateful for what you already have.
Uh, kind of there. So yeah, I mean, of course, coming to this point also has been amazing. Yeah, I think I don't give that a lot of credit, but yeah, like I've said, I've always gotten what I wanted, even if whatever mom had to do and whatever, even dad for that matter. So yeah, I think that is true. That where we are right now is also a good place, and yeah, I haven't been really recognizing that.
Again, I didn't say that. I didn't say that uh, where you are is really good and you're not recognizing what I
Hmm.
said. But this is a really good example. So you get a glimpse of how your mind is working.
Hmm.
What I said is, you feel that if you want bigger dreams, if you want that sea view home,
Hmm.
clothes, cars, you feel that wanting that desire means that you're not grateful for.
Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I've not thought of it that way, but
Yeah.
now that I hear it, yeah.
And it makes a lot of sense because your brain already canceled it out, right? When I said this
Yeah.
previously, that means it is a little strong. You're like, oh
Hmm.
wait, maybe I'm not grateful. Maybe I should be grateful for what I have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's move a little bit behind. When was the first time when you heard about the concept of gratefulness?
I think like everyone else, when I read The Secret,
Okay.
I think that is when I knew that that is a feeling to be felt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I don't think school teaches all this. So I think it was when I read that. Yeah.
When you read The Secret. Perfect. And for those of what you currently do is you are a manifestation coach. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And we all know that manifestation, most of the world learned that through the book, The Secret,
Yes.
right? And coming back to the gratefulness, right? I am purposely bringing this topic up, even though it's like it'll make sense at the end of it. But it sounds like just that word gratefulness is something that's been holding you back from your
Okay.
dreams. Okay. And since you shared that you have read the book Secret, that's where you learned about gratefulness. That's also probably where you started learning about law of attraction,
Yes.
manifestation. Yeah. So it's now tied in with your professional image as well,
Yes.
because you're a manifestation coach. Makes a lot of sense now why you're putting in pressure towards gratefulness. Should I
Yeah.
be more grateful?
Yeah,
Right?
I also feel like if I don't do it, how am I going to teach it, kind of a situation.
Mm,
So yeah, it is a lot. So even when I wanted to start coaching, there was this there were 2-3 things that I was like, if I manifest this, then I think I am okay to start teaching others. If I only can't do this, then I don't think I should be teaching that. So
yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of pressure.
Yep, there is a lot of self created pressure as well.
Yes,
So,
yeah.
just like to point that out, is it really true that you're not grateful? Just grateful.
No, I think now that we've had this conversation, I feel like I put that pressure on myself and create a bar which is not really necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I must be at a good
Good
gratefulness
level.
level.
Okay.
So yeah.
I heard you say, I must be. What do you feel you are? Let's remove
I
the
think I am.
standards.
I think
Yeah.
yeah, before, like a while back, if you asked me, when you asked me, I thought I'm just like not very grateful and maybe like 40-50% of, but I think now that I think of course, even now I don't like say it out loud that, oh, I'm so grateful that I'm living here and stuff. But of course, over the years, the kind of growth that mom and I have made, and the
Mm-hmm.
kind of life upscale that we've done, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's amazing. So I think, yeah, I am grateful for the whole journey and where we reached now.
Yeah. I know this was like a simple thing, grateful,
Yeah.
but it is so tied in your head, right? Where you should be, these are the standards, this is what I am, where do I stand, right? And if I'm not grateful, oh my God, am I even a good manifestation coach? Right?
Yes.
What's my image out there? Awesome. Good that we have some clarity out there.
Yeah.
Good feeling. So, on a scale of, let's say, 0 to 10, how comfortable are you with how much gratitude you have for your life?
I think about 8. Yeah.
8.
8.
Okay. It's a good number.
Yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. Great. Thank you for sharing. So let's come back now. We'll make sense of all of this. The
Yeah.
reason I asked you this is when I asked you what your dream is, right?
Hmm.
And you told me that because of your current mindset, you're not able to. It's not supporting your dream life.
Yes.
And one of your current mindset was actually tied in with gratefulness, with
Hmm.
gratitude. Okay.
Yes.
And now that you're feeling that you know that you're grateful for your life, you know you're good. You don't, you know, I also sense, tell me if this is right or not, you also now understand that I don't need to stand for any standards. I can
Yeah.
create my own standard. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
For sure. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, when you think about your dreams, how do you feel? And explain your dreams a little bit to me now.
Okay. So I want to be able to not work. You know what I mean? Like the work is getting done. Of course, I'm putting in the creative energy for sure. That is something I love doing for my business.
Mhm.
And of course, coaching and everything. But I'm allowed to not really do it and still be abundant
Yeah.
and like going on these trips and just chilling. It's not
Hmm.
that I don't want to work, but I don't want to have to work.
Yeah.
When you see
That's a very good
millionaires, they
point.
don't really have to work. They
Mm.
enjoy their work, and that is what drives them to work. But if
Mm.
they plan on taking a month off just like that, they do that.
Yes. And you want to be there.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's your dream.
Yes.
Perfect. And what about the sea view house, the clothes?
So I have this very specific house in mind, and that's
Hmm.
I go there like every other week and
Yeah.
just chill right there. And yeah, I have a specific car in mind. So yeah, all of
Lovely.
this is there.
Awesome. Awesome. I just, so did you notice your shift in energy when you were explaining the dream to
Yeah,
me right now?
yeah,
It's
I did.
so much clearer and it's so much
Hearers, yeah,
yes, now I am excited about this.
yeah.
Previously, it was like, it's this is my dream, this is my excitement, it's here. Now my dream and my excitement are together.
This also actually depends. Of course, everything that we spoke was the reason why I have opened up more, but this also actually depends on the person that I'm talking to.
Yeah.
Now that I realize that I can be comfortable in explaining you bigger dreams
Mm-hmm.
is when I could do it. And with
Mm.
friends around and with people that have known my background and stuff, it kind of feels a little unrealistic for them. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
hold myself back.
Mm. Let's talk a little bit about that, right? Because that could be skip coming into your mindset as well.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay. Why should it matter about what other people are thinking when you are creating your life and you're creating your goals, your vision? How is other people's thinking going to affect your goals, your vision?
So on a usual, like on a daily basis, I don't really think of this, and I don't really care what others think, the kind of vision I have for my life and stuff. And there are two, three people that I'm comfortable with saying such things that I told you, like this car and this house and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But like suppose if I'm going for a drive with these friends of mine who don't really know the concept of mindset work and manifestation and stuff, and then I get too excited seeing the house, and then I'm just like, talking off it that I'm gonna live here someday and stuff, and then the reactions are just like very turned off kind of a thing.
Mm. Mm.
And then I go into this shell where no, never mind, wrong group to express stuff, so I'm just not gonna say this.
Okay. So let's hold that. When they say these things, right? When they have that reaction, how do you feel?
Then that doubt creeps into me also,
Mm-hmm.
that oh, is this even possible?
Mm.
So this happens like I now that I have done a lot of work on myself also, I can bring myself to the belief that oh, this is possible within like 20-25 minutes. Like I can settle myself down and I don't go into a downward spiral.
Yeah.
But yeah, that period of time I'm just like, is this real? Is this going to happen? Is this
Mm-hmm.
something that I am putting myself up for disappointment and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So when they say these things, right, you have a reaction in you. And the
Yes.
only reason you have a reaction is because a part of you believes in them.
Yeah.
And the doubt starts coming in. The
Yeah.
later work is amazing. Like, of course, you're working on your thought process. You have a little bit of knowledge behind this space
Yes.
on how this works. And that's why you're doing that. But it all starts with you, right? Something they said evoked a feeling in you.
Yeah.
And in your words, you said, I feel doubtful
Yeah.
about the conversation.
Yes.
And in the beginning of this conversation, when I asked you about what do you want out of this session, and you said you want to see money as attainable,
Yeah.
right? How true is it that when you're having these conversations with these people, and when they say something and you start doubting, it's automatically it goes to that, wait, I don't think it's attainable,
Yeah. It is. It is
right?
very related to that.
Mm-hmm. So do you feel like a part of you is picking up on their thoughts and making it your own?
Yeah, for sure. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you understand that concept.
Yes.
You understand that it's not them, but it's you making a meaning out of it and accepting what
Hmm.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me something that you are like 100% like, yeah, this is right. This is true. I know this for a fact. Anything, it could be
Um,
random.
I'm sure of having this specific space as
Yes.
office space and store for my business where we're an online store right now, but I want a physical store
Okay.
with all of my products. And so far we have 4 products right now, but I see it being a really expansive line
Mm-hmm.
with every possible. So my vision for my brand is every product that can have a cute, quirky print on
Okay.
it that I
Cute.
can design.
Yeah.
So
Got it.
yeah, that's a very clear belief for
That you
my
have.
life.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, if I tell you that I don't think you can make that happen,
No, I'm like, no, I'm sure of it.
but I don't think so. Like it's a very big dream. Like your age, somebody your age, getting all this. Like, do you really think you can do it?
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it might fail. Like maybe who knows? Like all this money in the office.
Yeah, no, I see it happening.
Okay.
And I know that I can do it and I want to do it, and yeah, it's clear for me.
Perfect. Now, I was playing around with you,
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure.
obviously. The reason I did that was for this belief, when I said these things which sound relevant, right? In some sense,
Yeah,
you were like, no, it's definitely going to happen.
yeah.
But when another friend, right, tells you that, so let's say about the sea view house, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you can get this, it automatically becomes like, oh yeah, maybe it's not achievable. Who am I to get this?
Yeah.
Those are totally two different people almost,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So it's not really the person over here then, because I said the same thing that your friend would say,
Yeah.
but it's what you are making out of it, what you are believing or what you're choosing to believe.
Yes.
So let's go a little bit in and see like why are you choosing to believe your friends when or whoever is telling you these things? What in you believes that maybe it's not achievable? What's the thought that comes up?
I think going back to how I've grown up, I feel it's something to do with money when it comes to the house and the kind of lifestyle I want. But when it comes to business, it's about my work.
Yeah.
It's not really directly related to money when it comes to business, because that's about capability. And I know for a fact that okay, if my designs are ready and if I'm ready to work for it kind of works itself out. But when it comes to the house and the kind of lifestyle, the trips and all of that, it is directly related to the kind of money I make. So
Okay, I love
yeah,
this.
that is what
Yes.
I related to.
Love this awareness that you have, right? That oh, my business is about my capability and my work, and you clearly have a very strong belief in yourself and your ability to do things,
Yeah.
which has got you so far also in your life.
Yeah,
And
true.
you're pretty young and you're doing pretty good, which is commendable. It's amazing. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yes. So now when it comes to this house, when it comes to lifestyle, when it comes to travel, it takes you towards money,
Yes.
we go one whole circle now, right?
Yeah.
Started off with money. So now tell me, what's the thought that comes to your brain when you think about money?
That it's not easy,
Mhm.
and especially I think it's not easy because the kind of people I have around, and also not that I'm blaming them, but like the experiences that I've had that have contributed to this mindset of me,
Mhm.
that oh, this area, so no chance, we don't even want to consider this.
Mm.
And even buying in the first place, go buy in some outskirts of the city, stuff like that. And this is right now, it's from a similar age group, these conversations, but even growing up, I've heard these things from relatives talking amongst themselves, of course, and me being around. And just, I remember instances where these conversations came up, and it's never been, oh, it's damn easy to buy a house. Like, of course, nobody says that.
Yeah.
And we've not grown up hearing that. So, yeah, I think that is where it comes from.
Yeah, so you already understand that you've heard this from somebody else.
Yeah.
That it's not easy to make money. And you've also probably even seen that it's not easy to make money.
Yes.
Give me one example of that.
So, like I told you, when since we were growing, like I was with my mom while we were growing up, and I saw her teaching at one school from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m., then another school from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m., 6 p.m., then coming home and taking 15 kids tuitions, and then paying rent and my school and stuff, and then still not being able to do things for herself. For me, everything was done, but I saw her not doing things for herself, and now that is a habit for her. She can't even take a holiday even today, when she actually can. So yeah, that is where I see that money, after working for 14 hours, this is what she wasn't able to do for herself.
Okay, so you relate that money is an exchange worth your time and effort.
Yeah, but I have kind of been able to detach from the time is equals to money thing. Just the not being able to do things for myself is a dicey piece.
Not being able to do things for myself, in sense, not spend money on
Not
yourself.
spend, yeah.
Okay. Not spend money on myself. Tell me the last time when you heard anything related to you should not spend money on yourself.
That comes only from me.
Okay.
Nobody else says that. It's my self-talk.
Okay.
What was it? Yeah, this one perfume that I want, I think. Yeah, that was something that I'm like, no, why should I spend this right now? It's okay, I'll do this instead. Like, this instead, as in this one's birthday is coming, that one's birthday is coming. Oh, but then this trip would be there. So yeah, that, or in fact, even getting a massage, that is something that I have never done, but I've always wanted to do. But never done that for myself.
And what's the thought that comes up when you're like, okay, let's go get a massage?
Yeah.
What is the thought that comes up when you say, let's get massage?
I can do that later.
You can do that later.
Yeah.
So you postpone it, you push it.
Yes.
You push it, you postpone it. There was something you told me in the beginning of this call. And you have a fear, you said you have a fear for asking for things for yourself as well.
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, that you shouldn't spend money. And you also shared that your fear of asking for things means that your mom has to work a little more harder to make you have this thing. Okay. So it's going back to that part where you feel like if you if you rejoice by spending money on yourself, it's in the expense of your mom having to work more. Yeah. Okay. Let that go in. It's in the expense of mom. Now, you do understand that you have this belief. Each time you think about spending money on yourself, you always feel that, oh, mom has to work harder. and I don't want
Yes.
that to happen. Now let's fast forward to today,
Hmm.
right? This money that you're spending is the money that you've earned, yeah?
Yes.
You personally have earned.
Hmm.
Okay, so it's your money. You
Yeah.
haven't borrowed this from your mom.
No.
But now, when you want to spend the money, your brain goes back to the same habit of when you were borrowing money from your mom.
Yeah, so I don't spend because I'm like, oh shit, what if I have to take money from her again?
So those are just excuses your brain is making,
Yeah.
right? Because it's got so comfortable, so used with pushing away things to like put it on yourself, pushing away things to pamper yourself. Because it's
Yeah.
directly put this, you clearly have a huge attachment with your mom, and you
Yeah.
have a very bigger desire to keep her happy and to not let her overwork.
Yes.
And each time you feel like spending money on yourself, it automatically sends you a message that, no, wait, mom is going to overwork if I spend
Yeah.
money on myself. Now that you see it like this in front of you, the thoughts,
Hmm.
is it really true?
I don't know. I'm not able
Mhm.
to really be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's not true, because it's
Okay.
very strongly
So
in
the
me.
parts that I'm asking you to be true, right? I'm going to challenge you here, obviously.
Yeah.
Uh, you earn your money.
Yes.
You are now looking to spend that money, go on a massage.
Yeah.
But now, actually, what your brain is telling you, don't spend that money because mom is going to work more
Yeah.
because you're going to spend this money.
Yeah.
Now, that tiny thing, is that true?
No.
Is your mom actually going to work more if you go for that massage and come back? It's not true. The same thing. Now, let's go a little step ahead, all right? Something a little more. Let's talk about a trip. Um, let's keep it in our country, not even an international trip.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say you want to go to I don't know. Is there a place that you're looking to go to in India?
Kerala. Yeah.
Kerala. Okay. So now you have designed this trip to go to Kerala. It's all about you. It's just for you. Okay. And it takes this much amount of money. You have earned that money. You have that money for yourself. Now you go on this trip. You have your fun. You are spending money on yourself. You're taking care of yourself. You are giving yourself what you want, because clearly these are true desires that you have to have this type of life, things like that. Now you come back. Okay, you're good. Is it really true that now mom is going to go and work a few more, like maybe even night duty and all of that because you went for this trip? It's not sure. Not sure. It's funny, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, I was telling myself all these things, but it doesn't
Yeah.
even make sense.
Yes.
That's what our thoughts do, right? They put this mask. You know,
Hmm.
now like in this corona, like everyone wearing mask, you can't even tell what your face is like. How
Yeah.
do they look behind?
Look like, yeah.
That's exactly what this thought was doing to you. It had put this mask that mom's going to work more, mom is going to struggle if you have fun, and you don't even know
Yeah.
what is actually behind that.
Yeah.
So now, again, I'm going to ask you that question. Is it really true that if you spend money on yourself, your mom is going to suffer? It's not true. Not true at all. Now that you understand this, what is the truth? Tell me what's the truth. Because until now, you had a belief that if I spend my money, my mom is going to suffer.
Yeah.
Now, if you have to replace that with the actual truth, or now you have the power to put any meaning to it,
Yeah.
right? What would you want
No,
to?
the truth actually is that she is very happy when I spend for myself.
Ah,
That is the actual situation, but I hold back. And she's like,
yes.
what is this? Why are you being so chindi? Why are you being so... you have the money, I have the money. Why are we not doing this? So yeah, she enjoys it when I do that for myself.
So actually, what you're doing is you're actually making her more sad by not spending money
Yeah.
on herself. But you're telling yourself the story that she's going to be more sad if I spend my money.
Yeah, in fact, even today she sent me brownies and they were for like $700, and I got the bill because she's in another city
Yeah.
just for this week.
Okay.
So I messaged her, what, you have too much or what? Give me $700 from brownie. So she's like, you eat now? Like, you enjoy that. So yeah, that comes from me, that, oh, why are you doing this for me, kind of a thing.
Exactly.
So yeah,
because
no, but
anything for you, like if your mom gives it to you, probably even if your friends give it to you, right? And if you spend on yourself, you're like, no, wait, something bad is going to happen. Because from
yeah,
childhood, you have been seeing that your mom has been struggling to
yeah,
make the bills, and she works so hard.
yeah,
Then you make your bills. So if I ask for more, that means mom is going to work more. Mom is going to struggle more. And what does more mean? Anything that you desire more than the minimum, the actual
yeah,
minimum.
yes.
Yeah. Oof. Okay. Great. Now, let's switch that thought, okay? So you understand now mom is going to be happy. Now you have the ball in your court. What would you like to switch that thought? So spending more money means what? If I spend money on myself, until now it was if I spend money on myself, mom is going to work more, mom is going to be sad, whatever. Not even
Yeah,
sad. Like mom's life is going to be harder.
yeah.
Now shift that and change it and give me a new sentence.
That I'm going to be happy and she's going to be happy, and we're both going to be able to enjoy experiences together, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So if you spend more money now, you're going to be happy, mom is going to be happy, and both of us are going to enjoy more.
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you believe that sentence?
6 right now.
Mm-hmm. And what needs to happen for that 6 to move from 6 to 9 or 10?
I think for me to experience that, at least, like, for me to get closer to 9 or 10, I need to like do it a couple of times and actually feel it, for me to embody it. I mean, it's very contradictory for me to say this as a manifestation coach, because you need to like feel it before you do it. When you think about manifestation, that you need to embody it first. But since all these years that I'm not done that and not experienced how it feels like, I think maybe even as small as a massage or like a bag or something would actually kind of tap into that feeling, I think.
Okay, I love this. And then I want to point out it's okay. Okay. Everyone has their own way of
Yes.
doing things. As a manifestation coach, also you understand that it's a person's journey.
Yes.
What takes
Yes,
them to that point of believing, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's completely okay. And I think this is beautiful. So this would be your homework now. You're at a 6. Now you're going to start finding experiences where you're going to consciously spend money on yourself.
Yes.
Okay. And you're going to allow yourself to feel this new belief. Now, keep in mind what's going to happen because your brain is so used to thinking the old way. The first thing probably that's going to come up now when you think about the massage is again that
Yeah.
same,
Yeah.
oh, mom. But what we did in the session is we kind of broke that thought from its foundation. So the foundation is loose now. Now, each time you do something new, it's like you're kicking that building down and it's totally erupt and come out. And you're planting this new seed. Okay? Awesome. So you said you're going to do experiences. You're going to give me one task what is achievable that you can do this week to experience this belief.
Yeah, I think the massage is very
Massage. Okay. Awesome. And how do you want to be accountable to that to make sure that you actually do it?
No, now that I've told you, I will do it.
You will do it. Would you be okay with me maybe checking in a week's time?
For sure. Yeah.
Okay. I will check in with you. Perfect. Awesome. Now, let me just give you a brief of
Actually,
what
there's
happened.
another thing that I'm doing for myself.
Uh-huh.
I'm going for a staycation with my girls, and my mom actually pushed me to do it. So yeah, that is something that I'm doing. The rooms are booked and stuff for Thursday. So yeah, that is something that I'm doing.
Awesome. Now you can move into the being part.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's happening now. You don't have to feel guilty.
Yeah.
You don't
No,
have to
I had
feel...
a very anxious night before the whole booking thing, that oh shit, am I like, how do I say no? Do I say no? And my mom is like, why do you have to say no for this? I mean, yeah. So I am doing that. So
Right now, how do you
excited.
feel about that staycation? Right
Yeah, now that it's booked and I've paid and all that, now I'm happy.
now? Okay, good.
Just the gap between the planning and the paying is a little, even though I have it, even though there's no restriction, or there's no what do you call it, there's no lack of the money, the energy is a little off.
Exactly, and that's what this whole session was about.
Yes.
We didn't even speak about what your finances are. We didn't
Yeah.
even touch on what's the number in your bank account. Nothing.
Yeah.
And we realized that even without those concepts, even without those details, you had blocks around it.
Yes.
It's not like you had very less money in your bank, and maybe not a lot of money as well. We have no idea. All right.
Yeah.
Because I never asked her that question. But
Yeah.
is like disregarding that, because she didn't even bring that, you didn't even bring that up in the session. You didn't even
Yes.
say that this is the
No,
amount.
because the first step only, the money, the number comes in much later for me. I think it's just the feeling, the relationship I share with money in the first place.
Exactly. And that, I mean, it's with everybody. It's not with you. Like even billionaires have similar feelings. It's all like what we are believing behind, and that's going to happen. So to wrap this up, in the beginning, you said you wanted to see money as attainable for you.
Yes.
And you also shared how you have actually got everything, but you have a fear of asking.
Yeah.
Right? Now that we've come to the end of the session, how are you feeling on your initial intention for the session? How
So
far?
I think now I have come to realize that I don't really have to be scared of asking, because firstly, when it comes to mom, at least she's happy when I spend. And there have been times in the past, like because of the pandemic and stuff, where I wanted to spend, and I just had a little conversation with her that, oh, I don't think I should do this. And the same night she's transferred the money, even when I've not asked for it, she does it. So I know now that asking is not the problem. It's just the feeling I have towards going back to her having to work for that money that she gives, or just in general.
Exactly. And that was actually holding you back from dreaming big.
Yes.
So you didn't have any issue with receiving money. You also mentioned that you get stuff, you receive, but it's difficult for you to keep it.
Yes.
And the reason it's difficult is because you feel guilty. That's what we figured out in the session.
Yes.
And that's where mom came in. Then you understood that each time I spend on me, even though I'm using my own money, I feel like mom is going to work more. Mom is going to suffer. Which actually is not true. It's something that you picked up as a kid and you started believing that for the rest of your life until now. Right? And we moved that to a new belief now. And now, once you start taking actions on like going and getting that massage, start doing small things, maybe even buying like chocolate or food or whatever that you want, that belief, the new belief is going to become strong now. And now, when you think about your dreams and their attainability, it just seems more easier. It becomes like that office that you want, right? So like, I'm sure I'm gonna have that. Now the house that you want, I'm gonna check in with you after like a week and 2 weeks, and let's see how your energy is behind the house that you want and the cars that you want.